没错，
没错，欢迎回来我们的频道。
Long time no see. It's been so weird sitting here recording actually because we haven't been really recording like this kind of video and sitting by the couch.
And we have to figure out what to do with the background.
Yeah.
Maybe we will just have a big painting of 茄子 up there.
No.
今天的视频是由 Cambly 赞助的。
Today's video is actually sponsored by Cambly.
So Cambly is an online tutoring website where there are tutors online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're there to help you and start a conversation and improve your English or just keep your English where it is to refresh or whatever you're planning on doing. There's a tutor for you. You can choose a tutor from a different country that speaks English. You can actually select an accent that you're wanting to learn, whether it be Australian, British
I've
accent.
been practicing my British
It's
accent.
terrible. She's gonna have to go to Cambly and work on that.
I study in laboratory.
They do say laboratory instead of laboratory.
Since we've been with Cambly for 2 years and every sponsor video we have a new code.
Use it.
It's Hello Swan Swan. Let's do it here.
Okay.
Hello Swan Swan.
Right there. Is it in between my hands? What about now? Huh? What happened?
So if you haven't tried Cambly and you're a new member, use this code, you'll get 15 minutes free lesson. And if you're already a Cambly user and you want to buy more lessons on there, use this code, you will get 10% discount.
Hey, that's a good deal.
Do you know what's 10% in Chinese?
Yes, it is. 10%.
不对, it's 9折. That's another thing that I didn't know before I came to America. In America, it's you take off 10%, but in China we say 90% because we keep the 90. Yes. Because our math is better than you guys.
Yes, it is better. We still use things like feet and inches and cups.
American? Really? American is the only country use this magical measurement. So this book is 1 feet. Like, do you know what's that? Like 1 feet long?
Not her foot, because her foot is probably half a foot. My foot is closer to a foot, but they're both feet. Do you understand?
So he is 6 feet tall, but he is not 6 feet. He's like longer than 6 of your foot.
We also measure horses in hands, so a horse can be 20 hands tall. But every American hates this. Everyone wants to switch to metric, centimeters, and meters, and milliliters, and kilometers. But no, we have miles, and feet, and inches, and rainbows, and unicorns, and cupcakes. So to learn about all of these magical, strange cultural differences, go to Cambly.
You guys know he is a tutor on Cambly. And he's been talking to a lot of our fans.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
Especially you, Hua Hua, you take up so much time. She was studying for her IELTS, so I was helping her.
没错
Hello.
您好
Hello. Haven't seen you guys for a very long time.
Yes, we heard you finally passed your IELTS.
Yeah.
Good job.
I still remember the third time is the charm.
Yeah, I did tell her the third time's a charm, right?
You know, because I had to pass my IELTS exam, so I think it's really helpful if I speak with native speaker on a daily basis.
So why do you need to pass the IELTS?
Because, you know, I want to study in UK, but I really like the accent of America, so I think it's okay to talk with Ryan. I want to learn American accent, just that. Kind of.
You don't want to speak like this, huh? Indeed. I feel like American accent is a bit easier to do because the British and the UK, they use a lot bigger words like laboratory. Do you know what a laboratory is? It's just how they say laboratory. Mr. Evan, good to see you, sir. How are you doing?
My dear Ryan, I'm doing so good. I just got back from gym and I'm a bit tired. I'm looking a bit messy, but that'll be good fine.
How can tofa? So man, your English is pretty good. Can you give me some tips on how you speak so well?
Well, I believe one of the main reasons that I can speak not so well English, but like not bad I mean, is because I'm studying in American school right now, and for sure I've been surrounded with all kinds of native speakers from America and maybe England and British. It's just pretty natural that you have to go to like tutor times and talk with these professors. And surrounded with me is also a lot of international friends, basically from American for sure. And yeah, just practice my vocabulary and oral English.
Gotcha. So you were speaking a lot of English with people. That obviously helped.
Cambly can bring us is to just to expose yourself in a native speaking environment.
Right. So have you ever had to do a presentation for the class and you just forgot how to speak English? Does that ever happen?
Well, that came to me when I was in my freshman year. And it's actually the first time I'm exposing myself in an actual English speaking class. So, well, embarrassment doesn't really came to me, but there was a sudden that I kind of forgot how to speak English.
Can you freestyle?
Ma.
Freestyle with English?
Yes.
With English.
Yes,
Oh my
I'll
God.
beatbox and then you guys can battle.
Oh, come on.
Pushing.
I'll give it a try. I mean,
Hyper.
that would be a big task for me. You're giving me the beat? Oh. I guess going to the gym. I got a dude called Jim. I have a man called Tim. It's so dumb. So dumb.
That was perfect.
Oh, I got one. I am a tutor on Cambly and my high school teacher can't believe. Oh my god, I'm so good.
Hey, actually, that was
Whoa,
good.
dope, man. That is dope.
It was really cool meeting a lot of you guys on there. It wasn't really awkward. We were just both really excited to meet each other. It was a cool experience, especially during this time where you can't really go hang out with a lot of people.
I saw him freestyle with all the students, but I'm getting so much better. Do you remember last time we talked to one of our fans and I freestyled and I win?
Oh! She had a very creative line that I could have never thought of. Like, how do you rhyme with Cambly? And she said, Cambly, can't believe.
Yes!
Whoa!
I'm so good.
That's like some Eminem IQ right there.
I'm going to the rap of China.
Season 10.
So besides Ryan, and there's a lot of other really cool tutors on there too. We just talked to like 3 other tutors on there. They're all cool. They're from different countries, and we talked to one in UK, Australia.
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto.
Hi, my name is Dan.
My name's Lockie, and I'm from Australia.
Well, hey, Don, it's good to meet you, man. How are you?
I'm doing well.
So what brought you to Cambly? How did you hear about Cambly? What got you started?
I've always been interested in teaching English because my major is English teaching. My plan is eventually I want to teach abroad, maybe in like Korea or China or some other countries like that. So I was researching about online teaching, because of COVID-19, I can't really go abroad.
Oh,
so
right.
I thought,
Yeah.
I'll try online teaching. And then, I found Cambly and I'm enjoying it so far.
I was looking for something to for opportunities online. Especially with the pandemic, you got to look at opportunities that are pandemic proof, and Cambly is one of them.
So I live in Vietnam. I've lived here for 6 years. It's my home now, and I am a teacher here in schools and universities. I went back to the UK last year and I had some free time and a friend recommended Cambly to me and that was it. I signed up and I was teaching pretty soon after that.
What country are your students mostly from?
I would say they are mostly from the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and then up into Europe, Turkey. Quite a few from East Asia, Japan, China, Korea.
Oh, gotcha. So a little bit everywhere. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
That's an interesting question because it usually depends on the time zone that I'm in. So I was in the Philippines for a bit visiting. And while I was in the Philippines, I was getting a lot of students from Japan, Korea, and China. Then when I came back to Canada, I was still getting my Japanese and my Koreans. Ah, there he is. Hi, Ison. It's nice to meet you. My name's Don.
Hi.
I would say China and Saudi Arabia. Those are the two.
So you've got some experience with teaching some Chinese. What are some common issues that you're finding Chinese having with speaking English?
I think confidence. A lot of Chinese people seem a little bit hesitant to speak English, and I think there's some pronunciation issues. I guess some sounds that we make in English don't really translate well in Chinese, so it's can be quite difficult for them to pronounce certain words, like V, for example. They say like we, like like a victory instead of victory. Yeah, so there's some issues like that, but overall I think Chinese people they're not too bad at English. Yeah.
Like, for example, in Brazil, any word that starts in R, it's an H sound. They pronounce it with an H sound. For example, rover, they say hover. So those are the habits that I'm trying to break with them. And it's really all about muscle memory, right? So I tell them to not get frustrated. We're just going to work on it.
About how long does a conversation typically last, or a lesson on average, do you think?
The most common is 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes. Okay, and that's usually long enough to break the ice.
For sure, yeah. I mean, if the student's English is, a decent level, then in 30 minutes we can get into all sorts of topics.
And so how do you start a lesson or a conversation with someone who might not be comfortable speaking English, or maybe their English is very poor?
Yeah, it can be difficult, but just start with the basic questions. Where are they from? What are they doing today? If they have trouble understanding what I'm saying, I'll type it in the chat box as I say the question. Answer the question about myself first, and then let them give me their answer.
For me personally, I like to try to connect with them through some knowledge I have about their country. So if it's Chinese people, I will say like ni hao, or I'll say like liu liu liu.
Liu liu liu.
我的中文不好.
Dude. Me too. Perfect.
That's the first thing that he learned.
I always just say 一点点.
I always have a great time speaking with all my students, and I think a lot of them are very motivated and they're very diligent. Even if they're shy, usually they open up after some time. So yeah, it's great. It's great.
I usually ask them if it's okay for me to ask them questions. They usually say yes, they're very open to it. And yeah, so I ask them, I'm very curious on how long they've been on Cambly, and what is their purpose of wanting to improve. Their reasons could be either for school, for travel, or for work, or just general self-improvement.
There's a tutor for everybody. If you are very serious about learning correct English because you're about to take the IELTS or something, there's a tutor for you. If you're just wanting to have conversation to learn about culture and stuff, there's a tutor for you who's going to be more fun and laid back and conversational.
And even you're shy, you don't have to be worried about it, because those tutors will carry the conversation for you. And we just found out they're really interested in other cultures too. So that's why they became tutors on there, because they want to know your culture and they want to help you to know their culture too.
And also, some people are thinking about maybe coming to college over here, or even just vacationing or visiting. And so it's always good to know at least a little bit culture and such before you come.
Just like me, before I came to America, I didn't really know anything about Americans besides on the movie and the TV show. Just how like High School Musical, I thought everybody's dancing at their high school, but they're not. So
that was just about what I was going to say. I was going to say, if you're going to come to school over here, don't think that we, sing and dance down the stairways and that all of the teachers throw the paper in the air when school's out and stuff. That's High School Musical. I wanted to be Zac Efron in 4th grade. That's when the movie came out. We were all obsessed with it. Good movie. So
that's today's video. We have so much fun talking to you guys on Cambly, and I hope you guys enjoy this video.
Indubitably.
Yeah. Bye bye. See you guys next time.
She hates me. I just know it.